Oi!
What's going in?
It's been too long, mate.
I know, man. I know. You're looking well, man. Where in the world are you?
I'm in Los Angeles still.
Ah, of course you are.
Not a bad place to be stuck. Mr.
Not
Idris
bad.
Elba, welcome. Did
What's up?
you escaped America in the end? I hear you kind of got
Yeah.
stuck here for a while. Not that it's
I
a
went.
bad place to be stuck, but you couldn't get home, right?
No, I was locked in on location where I was just about to start filming, and then the film, was going to take a 2-week. Feels funny now. It was going to take a 2-week hiatus while this all calmed down. 2 weeks ended up being eight or 9 weeks for us, and then finally I managed to be able to come home.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, man, I feel very happy to be alive and well. I feel like I've dodged a bullet. It's my mate's birthday today, John. Happy birthday, John. And I'm celebrating his birthday more than he is, because I'm just happy someone's got a birthday. Do you know what I mean?
It's been so funny here. Like my daughters, like we've had some birthdays and they've done these drive-bys. So have you heard about this? So everyone meets in a car park.
Right.
Like all 6 feet apart, obviously, and then you get out of the roofs of your cars and you start waving and honking and like.
Well, I saw the drive-by festival. Did you see that?
Yeah. How mad was that?
And they're all like, beep, beep. It was fun, but it just looked a bit sad. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh, mate. Do you reckon that's the new normal?
I wouldn't mind playing one of those just to say I've done it. Come on, a drive-in. Like, I mean, you could combine your day job with your night job. It would be perfect.
But you get some geezer at the back who's got massive speakers trying to like go at it. You're like, oh, come on, mate, you got to turn them off.
It's crazy. How is the? Yeah, I mean, just before we get into music, which is your main job, obviously, how is the day job, and how has all this affected your day job? I mean, have you guys got stuff in the can that's going to come out, or are we all going to have to watch Luther repeats for a year while you catch up?
Yeah, I don't know when we're going to see any more Luther, although we are getting closer to making that movie. But it's weird, as in any sort of major war times or pandemics like this, entertainment goes through the roof. As you know, it's like it's never been busier for me. Not being an actor, but planning what comes next, figuring out how the industry heals and gets back together. And the industry is is smaller than it looks, and we're all sort of trying to figure out what comes next. So I'm on the phone a lot doing sort of, mapping out the next 12 months. As you know, I'm home in London, and you haven't been here, but we've just allowed to get back onto the road a little bit and spend more time outside, and it is like gone back to normal.
Right.
So what I imagine is going to happen next, especially for the film industry at least, is that people are going to find a comfortable way to work and start shooting again, man.
I saw you doing you've been doing quite a lot of this with mates and stuff. You were doing like auditions. Was that working?
It was great, actually. Casting live. I was doing casting
I could have tried out.
You did. You could have had a piece. It was hilarious, man. There was this one guy, and everyone knows him as Eggman. And I said to him, "You ready for your audition?" He was like, "Yes." He was in Italy. I was like, "You ready for your audition?" He's like, "Yes, yes." And he was taking me down these steps and outside. And then he opened his car and he had all these eggs. And he's going, "I'm going to deliver. I'm going to work." He couldn't write it. It was wicked. I would have given him a job as well.
Absolutely. I've also seen, I've discovered there's an app, I think it's Voicey or something, where you can put your backing tracks out there and get people just demoing over your tunes, and I was talking to a major publishers, and they were going, "No, this thing's for real. This is actually really working." So, it is.
The most amazing top liners are on Voicey, just dropping off riffs, and you're going, "That is amazing." I'm telling you.
Have you tried it out?
I've got an account. I'm not
telling
you.
Okay, but that's the way to do it, right? Yeah, you got to be you got to be incognito.
Exactly.
So on my radio tonight, I've got a new song called "Girl with the Bat." Tell us about. Is that? I mean, I was just looking at the title, thinking, hold on a minute. Is this about the thing we can't speak about, or is it a girl with a cricket bat? Tell me.
You know what? Girl with the Bat this is one of those tunes, and you've probably been there yourself, where I've made this song in transition from one place to another. You know, it started off on my iPad, you know, and then into laptop, and then, you know, off to my engineer, and it's just kept going. And the rapper on it, Shadow, is a guy I've worked with for a long time, and he's dope. And it was just a riff that he was doing in the studio one day. And, you know, the truth of the matter is, he's not actually saying girl with the bat. He's saying girl with the back.
Right, okay.
And it just didn't sound like girl with the back. And
Right.
what he meant is girl with the nice ass.
Right.
So we just said, just call it girl with the bat. I mean, it's much better, and it's weird, and it's a fun tune, man. So yeah, girl with the bat it is.
I actually Googled you today. I don't know why, but because I was going to chat with you. But I thought you'd be quite thrilled to know that if you Google you today, the first thing that comes up is music, which must really please you.
Wow.
But I thought, but a song called "Girl with a Bat," and then obviously all that other stuff comes up about, you know, that you might have got some virus that might be out there, and then put the two things together.
Girl with the
stuff.
bat.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, you know what? That never even occurred to me.
So you never know. It might end up on the Daily Mail website or something.
Well, for the record, no.
No, it's not.
It's not even saying go with the
right. Yeah, but music has always, I mean, when I first got to know you, all you wanted to talk about was music. Music's always been your thing. You were DJing. I saw on your social media, actually, you put some great pictures up from back in the day of you. Yeah. You know, when you were still obviously trying to get a bit of a day job, but DJing was always your thing. And now it seems to be really flowing now. You must be really pleased. I'm
really pleased. It is flowing. And listen, you know, you've been there the whole time. I was telling Giles Peterson the story that, you know, Mr. Tong has been right there with me for a very long period of this. I've been DJing all my life, but remember that moment when I was like, I really want to take this serious, Tong, you know what I mean? And you were like, well, here's what you're going to have to do. And from that time, which was about 6-7 years ago to now, it's been a real journey. And like now, you know, thankfully, I'm sort of respected by my peers was something that I really wanted. I didn't want to just be, you know, a celebrity DJ, actor DJ thing. I wanted to be respected by the DJs whose music I play. And I got to that stage. You know, I've had some magic moments, man, you know, including with you, with Fat Boy and Eats Everything, you know, on stage. I've had some magic moments. And one of the things that, you know, every DJ has to do to keep that afloat, it's all right gigging, but you have to put music out, you know. And I've put out varying bits and pieces, some of it not so great, some of it much better, but the whole time I've definitely been working at it.
Well, I love the fact you're just putting, you know, you're growing up in that role in public, which is obviously challenging when you're famous for something else. But I mean, more power to you, mate. And I think it's interesting. Yeah, I think the last couple of years you've done a few things that have turned heads, like the residencies in Ibiza. You know, would Idris actually get down in the trenches and turn up every week? You know, people don't understand. You know, people just think, oh, you're DJing in Ibiza, it's amazing. Well, it is amazing, but you try doing it for 18 weeks consecutively.
Yeah.
And you've managed that. And then of course Coachella, I think you took America by surprise. I mean, you played here many times before, but like it was like, no, this is a proper DJ set. That was a real moment. And
that was definitely a moment.
Yeah. And I hear you're building a pretty mega studio. I've heard rumors from your management. And
yeah, well, I mean, you know, it might not end up being finished now because I can't work, so I don't know if I can finish it. But yeah, I've been hard at work just building the most fantastic room I can imagine. I've managed to work in some good rooms, but I always wanted my own, and I have been doing it for about 3 years. It's taken a while, but we're nearly there, man. Yeah, and you'll have to come down.
That's the ultimate man cave.
You know it. You totally know it.
Have you got a place for vinyl as well?
That's a good question. No, all my vinyl is stored away in another place, so I haven't gone for the vinyl yet. But I did order the new Techniques, the black ones. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna have them, but I've got no vinyl to play in that studio, so.
You got to consolidate and put it all together. That's kind of I think that's my life stream. Once your collection gets so big, you never seem to be able to be with it in one place for long enough.
Yeah,
But,
true.
You got another. I mean, I know we can't say too much, but hopefully I'm going to get you on Radio 1 in weeks or months when it comes out. But you got a pretty interesting collaboration with the Detroit legend brewing.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
This is
well,
good.
I mean, it's out there, but you know, anyone who knows who inner city are knows that.
Okay, you gave it away.
No, it is out there, but I was so. Man, that was just a wicked experience, and he's such a gentleman, true legend, and just knows what he's listening to. You know what I mean? Can understand sonics in his eyes shut, like as the legends do. And it was like a real, and he wasn't patronizing to me because I don't have his experience. He was really absorbing of my ideas, and his son. Deantes is an amazing producer as well, and they make records together as father and son, so I got to witness that. It was wicked, man. It was wicked.
Yeah, it's quite a unique, I mean, obviously people eventually hear it, but it's a unique contribution you've made. I mean, who wrote the lyrics are deep.
The lyrics is a poem.
It's a poem, right? Did you write it, or you wrote it with him?
I wrote it with his squad. Yeah, I did not write it. I'm not going to say I wrote it. I performed it and tweaked it. Right. For them, and this incredible rapper came to studio, and I'm blanking out his name, so forgive me if he's watching. Right. But he came and we tweaked it, because if you hear it, it has, and I don't want to give too much away, but it has references to everywhere in the world that inner city have touched, and so we contributed together on that a little bit, and it was pretty magical. The song's bonkers to hear it loud, man.
I can't wait for people to hear it, because it's so pertinent of the time, and it feels like a call to arms. It feels like a natural record to start my radio show with, or some you want to be in some mad festival and open with that. 100%.
I know.
It's crazy.
I know. I'm glad you like it, man. That's big. I think he's going to be thrilled about that.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully I don't know when we're going to be able to do it, but it'll be coming out in a few weeks or whatever. But the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, I mean, Ibiza, I was meant to be in Ibiza this week as well. We touched on Ibiza, but I think it's going to be the first year I haven't been there since 1991 or something. I mean, maybe we'll get to go at the end of the season, but we're kind of pining. You were due to be back there as well, right?
I was, yeah. I was going to go back to do not a Schreier. Hi. I see. It's so out of the system. I've gone. Where was I going to be?
Right.
Yeah, I was going to do David Guetta's party in the B room and do Hi again for Jan. And it's weird, man. It feels like I've got friends that are in Ibiza just going, we're all twiddling our thumbs, and actually some of them are loving it, but it's just a weird, and I imagine economically for that island at this time, is a massive change, massive shift for them, right?
Yeah, massive. I mean, I fear I pray for everyone and hope we're all going to get through this. But yeah, the longer it goes on, I mean, it's never happened. A season where they don't open for tourism is going to be.
Wasn't there a time? Remember when that volcano went off and there was black clouds? It was like a couple of weeks where people couldn't fly in and out. Is that right?
Yeah, you can still get there by boat though. But you're right. There was a volcano went off. So it was the Iceland the ash cloud. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, right.
I remember that time. People were going, can't get to Ibiza, but yeah, you got there all right.
Yeah, but you could drive there. You could get on a ferry. There was other things you could do, but this time is unprecedented. So yeah, people will start streaming from there. But how what are you you got some other collaborations in the works as well? Was it Tiggs and Knox and?
Yeah, so the Knox, myself, Tiggs, the Automator, we got a wicked tune that we collaborated on, and it's interesting because it's been one of those songs that's taken almost a year to finish. I don't know if I'm embarrassed to say that, because it's just one of those songs that could be and it's taken a long time to get it, so I'm excited about that coming out.
And also you're actually going to join the streaming gang and do your first streaming set, I think, with Defected. The virtual festival?
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing the virtual festival, man, and I've been watching all them, and mine comes out next Friday, I think. I can't wait.
It's going to be good.
That's the first set. Weirdly enough, it's the first set I've done this whole time. When I was on quarantine in Albuquerque, I didn't have no decks. That's
right.
And so I've only been home for about 3 weeks, and that's the first set. So I was a bit rusty on there for that little 1 hour.
Right. Hey, I think it's good. I mean, I find it therapeutic. I mean, some DJs don't want to do it because they can't see the crowd. But you know, if we're finding all this music, you've got to put it out there somewhere.
Yeah,
it's made me get even more hands-on. You know, there's stuff even I would do for the radio show. Sometimes I would do it in Ableton, but now I just want to do it all on the decks. You know, just
are you doing it
live. Yeah, I mean, not live as in the time slot, but it's all recorded in live. Yeah,
right.
It seems to be more fun. It's the way to go.
Are you talking more, less? Are you more engaged? Are you telling more personal stories? What do you think?
I mean, it's funny because with the show I do, it goes on BBC Sounds after, but you know, a bit like the iPlayer. So you've got to be a little bit careful about talking about specific dates and places. So yeah, I mean, I still chat quite a lot on the radio. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And these have been wicked, man. You've had some wicked guests on here, man. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, this is I'd like to think that when we all come out of this, that some of this stuff keeps going. Because there's been some, especially in the dance music community, there's been so much kind of creativity, and I think that I think some good stuff will come out of it. So
yeah, I love it because you hear DJs talk. You don't really get to see and hear a DJ talk.
Yeah,
you know, the personalities behind them and their faces and the kind of music they make. You know what I mean?
It's my new chat show. Yeah.
Listen, you're laughing, but you're pretty good at it, mate.
Right. I feel like when the Radio 1 show started, getting all those legends to speak for the first time, I think people got to know them in a different way. You know, like people got to recognize Tiesto's voice, or Oki's voice, or Sasha's voice, or John Digweed's voice, or Carl Cox's voice.
Yeah.
And you're right. There's something about this that even though all those names are so well known, to hear them actually speaking, whether it's the new school like Amelie Lenz, or you know, Daily Hot Since '82, that Eats Everything. I mean, Eats Everything should have his own show permanently, just following him around, right? He's like,
he's just did he wear a different costume? Was he wearing a wig, a hat? What was he doing? Because
no, he was on a dodgy. It was funny enough. He was in his bunker. We've all got our bunkers, so he was in his studio bunker, which was, I think, the walls were so thick his Wi-Fi wasn't working, so. It was more like scratchy. I couldn't tell what he was wearing, but
And what was Emile Lenz like? Because she's one of. Remember when I was making my show, Turn Up Charlie?
Yeah.
And you know, we were really devising this female DJ, and I really wanted to get to study someone that was really in the trenches, and she was the first person I followed. And I think I met her one time, and I told her that. She was like, "What?" Well, she's lovely, isn't she? She's a wicked DJ.
Really nice, really grounded, really kind of humble, and I think, you know, that not. I mean, she's obviously enjoying the attention, but she wants to be, you know, known and respected for her craft, you know.
Yeah.
First and foremost, so she really puts the time in. We did a essential mix with her, where it happened just at the start of the Corona lockdown, and we managed to get her a 4-hour slot. So, and she held her own. 4 hours is on the radio, and she kept the energy up. But there's so much talent, particularly obviously from the female side, which, you know, Charlotte Witter and Peggy Goo. They're smashing it and making it hard for us guys.
No, man, she's amazing, man. And she loves the gear. She's not, that sounds weird, but she likes the equipment.
Amelie, we've seen your apartment. Yeah, she likes a mixer and her turntables.
She loves it. She loves it.
No, it's good. It's good, mate. Do you know when it's the weekend? Or are they all days merging into one?
Every day's a Sunday, so I understand. Right. I have my son Winston with me intermittently, and when we're doing basically his assistant all day long, man, and that's right. So the day's just like, man,
amazing. Okay, well, I'm glad I spoke to you. I miss you, and I look forward to being able to. When we're going to be able to hug again, I don't know.
I know, this is the thing, but
I
promise it's going to be soon, and it's going to be one hell of a party, man, when we get back together.
Absolutely. Well, send my regards to Sabrina and everyone. And
definitely.
Carolina says hi from this end.
My love.
I will.
You know what? She's a good little actress, by the way.
She is.
Put that. Good.
Let her do an audition then. Come on, you got to set her up for an audition.
You don't even need to do an audition. When the part's right, she's straight in there. I promise you that.
All right, we'll sort that out. I will look forward to playing the tune tonight, Girl with a Bat, and I'll remind everyone it's not about that.
No,
right.
It didn't even occur. But now it's going to go bonkers because people think I've written it for that. No way. All right, mate. But listen, thanks for that, man, Pete. Love, yeah?
All the best.
See you later.
Cheers, mate.
All right, bye.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.